What's up, everyone? Today we got some Thai food today, so I'm not gonna even bother trying to attempt to pronunciate this name of this dish. So you can read the title below. So pretty much, this is just like a dry styled noodle dish, I believe. I never had this dish before. It sounded pretty good, and the pictures look pretty good as well. So yeah, basically, I just have like some, kind of like a thick kind of pho noodle, the typical noodles that they give you in pho. And they got some ground pork in here, and then you got a lot of cultures in like Asia and stuff like that, or Spain also has this as well. Got some roast pork, which has the nice little crispy skin on top of it, and then I believe also we got some bean sprouts, and then a fish ball, fish ball right there, and then I think we have some looks like some Thai chili paste of some sort. Yeah. And also it comes with lime. You always gotta put that lime on there. Yep. Okay. Alright, without further ado, let's try this out. Oh man, I just tasted a little bit of the Thai chili paste right there. Ooh, this guy has a good kick into it. Oh man, this dish is I kind of like it. It's pretty typical Thai flavors in here. You got your of course you got to get a little kick in there with that Thai chili paste. And then the lime adds just a nice citrusy flavor to it. Yeah, I think I should have mixed this up a little bit better, but it should be alright. It kind of reminds me, if you think about it, this dish kind of reminds me of dry style pho, just without the soup in it, kind of. Okay, let's try some of that crunchy pork right here, skin right here. You see that? Oh, it's not focusing. Oh yeah. If you really much think about this crispy pork, is just like what would you think of like a lechon, like Filipinos have, and Spain as well. And the Chinese people have Cantonese, particularly roast pork. Yeah, they have their own style as well. But actually, this reminds me more of like a chicharron, the skin kind of. What's that? Let's get one bite of this. I don't know, it tastes a little sweetness as well. I'm not sure, is it coming from the chili paste? But there's like a little taste of sweetness in there. Got a little fish ball over here. So I had to get a box of tissues. My nose is dripping a little bit. I think definitely should have mixed this a little bit better. So like one area of the pot of noodles had all the hot chili paste over there. So I was like, "Ooh!" It hit me. But this Thai iced tea is coming in the clutch. Yeah. But this dish is very good though. I like it. Okay, so let's about today's topic. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna even make it to the end of this mukbang. So I came across this anime uh, for like the spring, during the spring season, and just happened to come across it. So it's called Appare Ranman. So I'm gonna give my first thoughts about what happened in the first episode. So it takes some time in the early 19th century where there's this race called the Trans America Wild Race. So it's pretty much a race from the West Coast in LA all the way to the East Coast in New York. And obviously whoever arrives in New York first wins. And I believe the prize winning is $1 million. So our main characters, excuse me, Apare Sorono and Kosame Ishiki are originally obviously from Japan, right? And Apare is a very intellect, very young intellectual young man, and he makes tons of gadgets and does tons of wacky experiments. And in Japan, they're not up to date with all the new, technological advancements like compared to the Western part of the world, right? And everyone around him thinks that he's just wasting his life away doing nothing while he's not really doing real work, right? Kosame Ishiki, he runs a kendo dojo, and before Kosame actually attended Ishiki's dojo around, I think it was like they said 3 years, and but he was automatically kicked out. When he was using the sword, he had some gadget inside. He had a net in there, and he didn't play fairly, right? He just used the net to win the duel, but that's not how kendo works. Oh, let me get some water. So originally, Apare is in a jail, and eventually he breaks himself out of jail. He picks a lock and leaves his fellow inmates in jail behind. And as a result, people catch on, and they're they're after him on the search. But originally, Ishiki was called in by the Lord to be the overseer of Kosame, and eventually, Kosame meets Ichiki. I mean, no, Kosame meets Apare before the authorities get to him, and he warns them, "You should turn yourself in," but he has no plans of doing so. And eventually, he's in his little shack, and he has like a little escape plan. So pretty much, he has a steamboat waiting for him that he made all by himself. And before he leaves, his older sister comes to warn him as well, and she asks, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And he said he's gonna be away for a while to go on a journey. And his oldest sister, she gives him a farewell gift, a little luck charm, if you will, and he decides to go his own way. And eventually, Ichiki also tags along on his journey. Initially, he wanted to turn the boat around and take him back to the authorities, but things didn't pan out the way they wanted to. So Kosame actually kind of tampered with the boat and kind of destroyed it as a result. And the boat went went wacko, and the boat just steamed off into one direction. Let's see right here. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, the water, man. Oh, yes. So eventually, the two get to know each other. They have so much time on their hands. And, they're pretty much dehydrated and starving. But then they come across a boat that comes to pick them up. So while this, I don't know how many days have passed, Appare and Ishiki get to know each other. So Appare, ever since he was a young boy, he was always curious about boats and of that sort of nature. So when he was 4 years old, he saw these steamboats, and he always wanted to ride on one as well and travel the ocean too. And Ishiki makes the comparison that the ocean connects all the people from land to land. The sky connects us to the moon, and the moon to the stars. And he he has this book. Something about, I forgot the exact title, but something to the moon. And it says, this seems like a pipe dream, right? But he's always thinking positive, and believes himself. His goal one day is to travel to the moon. At this time, early in the 19th century, there's only people have cars and boats as well, but traveling to the moon was nothing but a pipe dream. Everyone will obviously kind of scoff at him, including Kosame laughing at him as well. And his parents as well didn't believe in what he was doing, creating all these gadgets and the ways of the future, which is if you fast forward to the present time, all these things exist right now, and we can't really, the possibilities are endless. In 100 years from now, long after I'm dead at least, that I can't imagine how far technology will come. So yeah, so let's get back to the story a little bit. So countless days pass by, and then a boat manages to pick them up, and it's an American boat. I don't know. That's quite a long journey. So when they arrive at the dock, Appare is very, bewildered by all his surroundings around him. He's like, the boat that he and Kosame were picked up in was a much more far superior boat that he built himself. Everything in America, in the West Coast, they actually landed in Los Angeles by chance. The technological advancements are far more superior compared to the eastern part of the world, at least in Japan at this time. So he sees a lot of cars and tons of people wandering about, and this is a whole new experience and world for him on the western side of the world, and he can't wait to dive his feet into it. So yeah, this is the first episode of Appare Ranman. So I was like reading the premise a little bit, and it talks about this race about from LA to New York. It seems kind of ridiculous, and two Japanese young men appear in America. It seems kind of far fetched a little bit, but after watching the first episode, it seems pretty interesting. And I also think episode 2 came out, so I'll probably do a review on that soon. Yeah, but actually, this series, I think I might be pleasantly surprised, actually enjoying it. At least the first episode kind of captivated me and reeled me in. So yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat the rest of finish this mukbang, man. Those Thai chilies were no joke, man. I'm surprised. Yeah, I destroyed the Thai iced tea right here, and I chewed on all the ice as well. So you can see, I mean, I'm not too good with spicy, but I was a little cocky at first, thinking, oh, it's pretty good, because at first I was kind of dumb. Well, actually, yeah, I was kind of dumb. I didn't really mix in the chilies and everything. So like I was just eating like kind of the plain noodles at first. I kind of ate a little bit at least, but yeah, well, it's quite an ordeal today. But yeah, Thank you for watching, guys. Hope everyone's well out there. Make sure not to eat too spicy food that's, too hot for you. All right, peace.